Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. McCarthy going to put it up right away. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McLean. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Right back to him. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Given 4 on the ground there, they're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath says do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
On first down. Brock. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. And just shouting him off there. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 21 yards.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Looking to throw. McLean. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Vikings have regained the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
Across midfield. He's on his way.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 77 yards.
And the Steelers have yet again retaken the lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 2.
Vikings 14. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
First down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19. Check out.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
He finds his man complete. It's Brock. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Up the middle they go. Brock.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go.
Now McCarthy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brock. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
14-yard line.
Here's McCarthy.
That is caught inside the 5.
And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Shut up. Cougar 19.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2
straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Third and goal, McCarthy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Cougar 19. 79 Bronco.
Throwing after the interception. McCarthy. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
To the air with McCarthy. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
McCarthy operating from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's blocked. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. He finds his man. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's into space past the 25. And he takes it back to the house.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brock. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise.
Keanu Benton, the one who got in the barrier.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
Ready? Mustang 19. Here we go, set. 60 Bison.
Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
2 yards to go, second down.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Street. Check, go get him, go get him, go get him. Dragon 60. Ready?
Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with an amazing diving catch.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that trims the lead down to 9. Now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now a run here off the RPO.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
It's second down.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
A final shot before break. McLean going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Pushing his way through. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
19 Tiger.
From the gun on third down. McLean.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
A give up the middle to Johnson.
To about the 48-yard line. Second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Again, it's Johnson. They find some open field here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And now an audible here into something else.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Boswell for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Takes the score. Steelers 37. Vikings 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the... zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
3 brings up 3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steelers are going on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Takes this to the 45, not much space after that broken tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. The Vikings 45.
Back to throw. McLean.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now a quick pass to Richardson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 more yards there and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Looking to throw. McLean. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
First and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Johnson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brock. And oh, my goodness, he loses it again. Always got some breathing room.
Man, that's a 3rd fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this case because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally. But how rare is it for us to see a running back lose it 3 times trying to carry it?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 52 yards.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2nd and 13. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Back to throw. McLean. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Brock. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Go! 70 line.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Dragon 60. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. McLean. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Richardson.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on the board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit for going down fighting.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he is caught. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the
Back to throw again. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, and
I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
And still fighting. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
So the kick goes through, and then the penalty, that will add some yardage to the upcoming kickoff.
And now you got a choice about how you want to proceed, because on the kickoff with the additional yardage, you may want to game plan it and just boot it high and make the kicking team return and try and pin them in deep. Or you just go ahead and boot it through the opposite uprights and take the guaranteed touchback.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, McClain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-kick.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had 1st-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Throwing to start the drive, McCarthy.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
19 yards. And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
65. Vikings 48. Will Weichert the kickoff for the Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think it might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Panther 50, Panther 50.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one and one of our early window